everybody doing? Jake here, back with McCoy Mondays. Sorry I missed last week, but we're back with the follow-up to the Take Me Home Country Roads video. So go check that one out. And but yeah, we're going to jump in today to playing the B part, which on the recording starts around 1:30. We're also going to talk a little bit about how you might play the chords on a harmonica, and also going to talk about the Statler Brothers recording from 1972. Alright, let's jump right in. So if you're looking at the tab, which is linked below, we're going to start on measure 33. So it's the first measure on the second page of the tab. Okay, and it starts on a rest, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. So it hits the 2 draw 3 times, and on the third time it's going to bend it down to the half step. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. 3, 4, 1. Okay, and that'll hold the half step bend into the next measure, and on beat 2 of that measure it hits the half step bend again. Okay, and it's going to climb up, 2 draw, 3 draw, whole step in, 3 draw. So let's try from from measure 33. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Three, 4, 1. Okay. Okay, let's look at measure 35. It's going to be three whole draws, and followed by a 3 draw whole step in, 2 draw. Okay, something like that. Okay, and it'll probably be a little easier to play in the context, so let's go ahead and play that whole first line there. Okay, so measure 33 through measure 36. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Okay. And now measure 37, it's going to be doing a cool little rhythm on just the 4-hole blow. So that's measure 37. Okay, and then there's a little rest, and then measure 38 sounds something like this. So that first 3 draw is a scoop, so you're going to start off on a whole step bend and let it up into 3 draw. Hit 3 draw again, bend it down. And that 3 draw, the second 3 draw unbent on there, I'm tonguing that. So I'm tonguing that note. Okay, so that's measure 38. Let's try measure 37 and 38. 2, 3, 4. Okay, so measure 39 is going to be that. So it's 3 draw whole step in, 2 draw, 3 draw whole step in, 3 draw, ending on the whole step end. So okay, and then that's going to hold into measure 40. So let's go ahead and try that whole second line, starting on measure 37, starting on the 4-hole blow. 3, 4. Okay, Okay, measure 41 is going to be a 3-draw scoop. Okay, I think that's the rhythm. Something like that. Okay, and then measure 42 is going to be a similar rhythm, but starting on the 3-draw whole step in. Oh wait. So it's 2 3-draw whole step ins, 3-draw, and then another 3-draw, 3-draw whole step in, going down to the 2-draw. Okay, so that's measure 42. Measure 43 and 4 are all just, it's kind of holding out two whole draws, so those sound like this. And that last one comes a little bit later than the other ones. And then, yeah, let's go ahead and play through that whole third line. So measure 41 through 44. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and then it's going to be measure 45 is going to start on 3-draw whole step in, and it's going to go 3-draw and then back to 3-draw whole step in. Okay, I'm just going to hold that out. Measure 46 is going to be 3-draw whole step in, 3-draw 4-blow. Okay, and that's the end of the bridge. Let's try the last line, starting on 3 whole draw. 3, 4. Okay, let's try the whole thing now slowly. So we're going back to measure 33, and we're going to play the entire second page. Okay, so that's all the melody parts. So the chords, there's 5 chords. The song is in C, so our 1 chord is C. It uses the 6 chord A minor, uses the 5 chord G, and the 4 chord F. And it also has a B flat, so you could think of it as the flat 7 chord, I guess. And it also uses a G7 chord. So you get most of those on a B flat harmonica anyways. You get the F, you get the and the B flat, I guess. You get 2 of them. And you can kind of fudge an A minor, just playing 3-4 draw on an F. And then if you grab a C, that gives you the C and the G. So you could do all of them with just standard harmonicas. If you grab a B flat country tune, it can be helpful because you get the full A minor chord, which would be 3-4-5 draw. You also then have the C major chord on 4-5-6 draw. You still have the B flat chord, which happens in the bridge. You also still have that F chord, 2-3-4 draw. So that gives you a fuller chords with the A minor, but also you don't have to do as much switching. You don't have to go to the C to get the C chord. You can just play it on the B flat harp. You still have to switch for the G. There's no G on the B flat, G chord on the B flat country tune, but it does make it a little bit easier. So I'm going to go ahead and just chuck through it one time, see if I can make it through. But yeah, I'll just go through the tab here. So 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so Charlie didn't do any sort of chucking like that, but that'll give something maybe you can play along, you can play the tab along with. And remember, there's that kind of like extra measure, that kind of weird feeling measure in measure 9. So I chucked it. It should all fit if you just play with the tab, but yeah, it's also fun to mess around with playing the chords too and getting familiar with that aspect of the song. Okay, so in the last video I said that maybe Charlie played a country tuned harmonica on the Statler Brothers recording, which their version of Country Roads came out in 1972 on their record Inner Visions. The first time Charlie used a country tuned harp was on Basin Street Blues in 1975 on his Harp and the Blues album, and in his autobiography he talks about the guy that introduced him to the country tuned harmonicas in his book here. Just do a quick plug, and let's see if I have it marked or not. There it is. Here, I'll just read this paragraph. One day, a 65-year-old man named Dwayne Parker visited my office at Monument. A house painter from upstate New York, he had just moved to Nashville. He explained that he had played the chromatic harp his entire life and didn't think much of the tin-hole harp until he had heard one of my records. He was especially curious about my recording of Danny Boy, which I had played using 2 harmonicas. He figured that the only way that I could have recorded it was to take the side off the harmonica and use a razor blade to tune the 5th draw reed up 1/2 step. He then proceeded to demonstrate using 1 harmonica. "Is that the way you did it?" he asked. "No," I replied, "but that's the way I'm going to do it from now on." The new instrument became known as a country-tuned harp, and through Gil's successor at Hohner, Jack Kavukian, I was able to call attention to this tuning. Now Hohner manufactures country-tuned harmonicas for the general public. So he doesn't mention a date, but being that he didn't put one on his records till 1975 makes me think it wasn't a country-tuned harmonica. It was something that Charlie refers to as a vest pocket harmonica, which is actually a high harp. So I'm sure we've heard of the low-tuned harmonicas, but they also make high-tuned G and high-tuned A. I don't know if they make the high A anymore, but on that Statler Brothers recording, I think Charlie's probably playing on a high A harmonica, not a country-tuned D harmonica, which I thought. But I'm going to run and grab my D country tuned harmonica, and let's just listen to these fills and real quick play along with it. Okay, so this is one cool thing about, another cool thing about country tuned harps. you can use third position major. So if you wanted to play in E, which is cross harp on an A, but an octave higher, you know, you'd have to get you'd have to get a high A harmonica. But you can also play in E an octave higher using this third position. So on a country tune D, that's 5 draw and 4 draw. Now that would be 4 draw and 3 draw on a, 3 draw and 2 draw on a high A harmonica. Okay, and that's 5 draw bend, 4 draw, 4 draw bend, which would be 3 draw, 3 draw bend, 2 draw, 2 draw bend, I think. I think that would be what that would be. So that would be bending up and down on the 4 draw of the country tune. And then you go 3 draw, 4 draw, 3 draw bend. Okay, and that last one, I missed that. So that's just 4 draw, 5 draw bend, 6 draw, 5 draw, 4 draw. So that's you know, that's a real country sounding thing. Played super easy to play in third position major. So that's a fun lick. 5 draw, 5 draw bend, 4 draw, 4 draw bend, 3 draw. So that's on a D country tune, 3 draw, 4 draw bend, 4 draw, 4 draw bend. So there he goes 4 draw, some bends, 3 draw, and then he slides up to 7 draw, and then down to 6 draw. Another cool thing, about the third position in major and country tune is, that you can just slide, from 3 draw to 8 draw, and it's all notes in that major 6 chord. Okay. Okay, that's something like that. But yeah, that's the gist of it. But that's some cool stuff about third position major on a country tuned harmonica. So yeah, and remember, you would have all the chords as well on the country tune too, or practically all the chords. So it would be easier to switch kind of back and forth if you were in a band setting and wanted to sit out or play. But yeah, that's about all I can think of to go over on country roads. So I hope this tab and tutorial helped you, and if you have any recommendations, comments, questions, videos you want to see, I've already got a couple people who have requested stuff that I'm going to be working on. I'm also going to be putting up on my Patreon a fully tabbed version of how to play Eastbound and Down on country tuned harmonicas. I've already got it tabbed out, now I just need to make the videos. So that should be coming soon, and hopefully we'll be adding more beginner stuff to the Patreon as well. But yeah, thanks for listening, and keep on harping.